When you reach the age of 60 and beyond, who will genuinely remain by your side? In your younger years, the answer may appear straightforward: family, close friends, and the individuals you've known for an extended period. However, upon turning 60, the situation begins to appear quite different. Life evolves, people become preoccupied, and priorities rearrange themselves. Suddenly, you may find that the support network you once relied on is not as dependable as you had previously imagined. In this video, we'll explore 6 vital pillars that prove to be more trustworthy than family as you grow older. This isn't about distancing yourself from others. It's about recognizing where true stability originates and ensuring you aren't left defenseless when you require assistance the most. By establishing a solid foundation built on these 6 pillars, you will attain the security and autonomy needed to navigate life's obstacles. Stay engaged until the conclusion, as these 6 pillars may fundamentally shift your perspective on support. By the end, you will feel neither powerless nor isolated. Unprepared again. Now let's dive into Pillar 1. Your financial security. The most dependable asset you will ever have isn't a person. It's your financial independence. While money may not purchase happiness, it does provide safety, liberty, and tranquility as you age. You come to understand that depending on family for financial support isn't a strategy. It's a gamble. Your children have their own lives, obligations, and families to care for. And despite their deep love for you, they may not always be positioned to assist you in times of need. Consider Richard, a 72-year-old man who always thought his children would come through for him during financial difficulties. He had supported them through college, lent them money when necessary, and was always available for a chat. But when an unforeseen medical issue wiped out his savings, he sought help from his kids, only to find them grappling with their own mortgages, bills, and financial struggles, not due to a lack of caring, but because life can be unpredictable. This is why financial stability constitutes one of the strongest support pillars you can establish. It's not merely about wealth. It's about being ready. It's about planning for emergencies, having a reliable income source, and comprehending how to manage your finances so that you never have to rely on others to survive if you're in your 60s or beyond. It's critical to ask yourself if you have enough saved to address unforeseen costs. Is my retirement income secure? Have I reduced financial risks that might leave me vulnerable? If the answer is no, the time to act is now. Learn to budget effectively, evade unnecessary debt, and invest in avenues that provide long-term stability, because ultimately, your financial security is the one constant that will sustain you, regardless of what life throws your way. Pillar 2, your physical well-being. There's one asset in life that no amount of affection, money, or support from others can substitute: your health after reaching 60. Your body may either become your greatest ally or your most significant hindrance. The reality is, you could possess all the financial security in the world, but if your health deteriorates, your freedom evaporates. And although family may care about you, they cannot exercise on your behalf. They cannot choose the right foods for you, nor can they counteract the effects of aging. That responsibility lies solely with you. Far too many individuals neglect their health, believing that when the time arrives, someone will step up to care for them. However, the truth is that even if your family loves you, they have their own lives, and they might lack the time, energy, or capability to be your caregiver. Relying on others for your welfare can leave you feeling powerless. That's why placing a priority on your health today is among the most crucial investments you can make for your future. Consider Carl, a 68-year-old man who was active in his youth, yet let his health deteriorate after retirement. He assumed he had plenty of time to regain fitness, but soon his energy waned, his mobility diminished, and simple tasks became challenging. His children visited when possible, yet they couldn't be there daily to assist him. Ultimately, he realized that if he wished to maintain his independence, he needed to take charge of his health, not later, not next year, but right now. You don't have to train like an athlete. Consistent small actions can make a significant difference. Engage your body daily. Choose nourishing foods over harmful ones, and take health checkups seriously. If you've been ignoring persistent pain, difficulty walking, or shifts in energy levels, it's time to stop brushing them aside. Your future self will appreciate every healthy choice you make today because, at the end of the day, your most robust support system isn't your children, siblings, or friends. It's your own ability to remain strong, active, and capable. And the more you focus on your health now, the less you'll depend on anyone else later. If you're still watching this video and these insights resonate with you, please comment number 2 below to indicate your presence. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest subscribing and activating the notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Now let's proceed to Pillar 3, your social network. One of the largest errors individuals commit as they age is isolating themselves. Sometimes it occurs gradually as friends relocate or loved ones pass on, and suddenly your social interactions are fewer than you ever anticipated. The issue is, in the absence of strong friendships, loneliness can settle in. And loneliness, especially after 60, poses significant risks. It impacts not just your emotions, but your health, cognitive sharpness, and even your lifespan. You might think family will always be there to provide companionship, but here's the reality. Your children have their own commitments, careers, families, and responsibilities that engage them. They may love you sincerely, but they cannot serve as your sole source of companionship. That's why your social network, the individuals who check in on you, evoke laughter, and inject energy into your life, is one of the essential support pillars. These relationships are not optional, they are necessary. Consider someone like Margaret, a 73-year-old woman who leaned on her family for companionship. She had 2 loving sons, but as time went on, their lives became consumed with work and their own children. They still called, but the regular visits and weekend gatherings became less frequent. Margaret began to feel isolated, waiting for calls that didn't always come. Then she initiated a change. She reached out to old friends, participated in community groups, and even took up new hobbies that welcomed her into fresh circles. Suddenly, her life brimmed with conversations, shared laughter, and renewed purpose. She didn't have to rely solely on her family to feel connected. She forged those connections by herself. Friendships, community groups, and even casual acquaintances offer something invaluable, a sense of belonging. Whether it's a neighbor you converse with, a book club you join, or a group at your local fitness center. Having people in your life beyond your family establishes a foundation of emotional resilience, and the more connections you cultivate now, the more support you'll gather in future years. So reflect on who currently brings joy into your life. If the answer is unclear, it's time to broaden your circle, because ultimately, a strong social network isn't merely about having company. It's about surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift you, remind you of your value, and enhance every phase of your life. Pillar 4, your sense of purpose. One of the most overlooked sources of support in life isn't another individual, it's your personal sense of purpose. After 60, many begin to experience a transition. The identities that once provided meaning, such as being a parent, worker, or caregiver, start to diminish as retirement approaches. Children achieve independence, and life's pace decelerates without a clear sense of purpose. It's easy to feel invisible, unneeded, or lost. The reality is that regardless of how much your family cares, they cannot impart purpose. That is something you must create for yourself. Establishing a reason to rise each morning, be it a passion, project, or goals, sharpens your mind, stabilizes your emotions, and enriches your life. It fosters engagement with the world instead of merely observing from a distance. Consider someone like George, a 70-year-old retired engineer. Initially thrilled about his newfound leisure, he soon discovered a sense of restlessness after a few months, feeling as if something was absent. His days became lackluster. His children would visit sometimes, yet they had their own commitments. This prompted him to take a proactive step. He began volunteering at a local school, teaching young kids how to construct various projects. In no time, he discovered a new motivation to rise every day, feeling valued, useful, and connected to life. Purpose doesn't solely stem from employment. It can manifest in various forms that invigorate your spirit, such as learning, mentoring, gardening, painting, traveling, or simply setting personal milestones. Engaging in activities that bring you joy is essential to maintaining mental and emotional vitality. If you feel that your prime years are behind you, it's essential to shift that perspective. Your sense of purpose doesn't vanish with age, it transforms. The more you dedicate yourself to discovering significance in everyday life, the less you'll depend on others for fulfillment. Ultimately, the most substantial support lies not in someone's comforting presence, but in the internal drive that propels you forward. If you're still watching this and find these insights rewarding, please comment number 4 below to signify your presence. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so and activating the notification bell to stay updated with new content. Your support is vital in helping us produce quality material that informs and inspires you. Now let's proceed to Pillar 5, your emotional resilience. Life inevitably presents challenges, regardless of your age. Even beyond 60, obstacles persist. They simply take on different forms. Friendships may wane, loved ones may pass away, health complications may arise, and sometimes life can feel lonelier than it once did. The reality is that, although external support from others is valuable, the most dependable strength originates from within you. Your capability to adapt, process emotions, and find tranquility amid turmoil is what enables you to progress, even when life deviates from your expectations. Many people wrongly depend on family as their sole emotional safety net, assuming that their children, siblings, or relatives will always provide comfort. However, the truth is that everyone has their own challenges. Battles to engage in might leave you with limited time or energy to be the source of emotional steadiness you require. This is precisely why developing emotional resilience is crucial. It empowers you to uncover strength from within rather than perpetually seeking it from those around you. Take Helen's narrative, a 75-year-old woman who experienced the loss of her husband after 4 decades of marriage. Initially, she relied on her children for emotional support, but as time passed, she recognized that while they cared profoundly, they had their own families and obligations to address. She understood she could not rely on them to fill the emptiness she felt internally. Rather than allowing grief to overtake her, she concentrated on bolstering her emotional strength. She became part of a support group, began journaling, and engaged in daily practices of gratitude. Over time, she realized something significant. She didn't require someone else to remedy her sorrow. She possessed the resilience to heal independently. Emotional resilience is not about repressing feelings or feigning strength continually. It involves recognizing pain, processing it healthily, and cultivating coping strategies that enable you to traverse life's highs and lows gracefully. It encompasses having outlets like writing, meditation, therapy, or even simple self-reflection that facilitate finding inner peace without depending on others for it. Regardless of what challenges life presents, your capacity to remain steadfast on your own will consistently be one of your most valuable sources of support. The more you nurture emotional resilience, the less you will sense an obligation on others to complete you, as ultimately, the individual who will remain by your side through every struggle and victory is you. Pillar 6. Your adaptability. If there is one universal truth about life after 60, it is this: everything is subject to change. People evolve, situations alter, and the things you once relied on may no longer provide the same level of dependability as before. The secret to thriving at this life stage lies not in clinging to the past, but in your ability to adapt. Those who find aging particularly challenging are often those resistant to change, who hold on too tightly to what once was instead of welcoming the present. Conversely, individuals who learn to adjust, remain open, and embrace new possibilities discover joy and fulfillment regardless of what life has in store. Many believe that upon reaching a certain age, they become fixed in their ways, but this mindset can prove perilous. It can obstruct the path to discovering new opportunities, meeting fresh faces, and learning experiences that could elevate your life. Being adaptable is not merely about accepting change. It involves actively seeking avenues for growth alongside it. Like Frank, a 78-year-old individual who had long depended on face-to-face friendships for connection, he felt adrift when many friends relocated or passed away. Initially, he thought this was simply part of aging. However, rather than succumbing to isolation, he chose to evolve. He picked up skills in video calling to remain close with far-off family, engaged in an online history discussion group, and even made a handful of new friends along the way. Instead of allowing change to overwhelm him, he embraced personal growth. The individuals who thrive after turning 60 are not necessarily those with abundant resources or the strongest networks. Rather, they are the ones who resist being set in their routines, maintain a sense of curiosity, and discover ways to adapt regardless of life's challenges. When a door closes, they search for another. If a relationship shifts, they seek fresh avenues of connection. Should something no longer serve them, they are open to new experiences. Your capacity to adapt stands as one of the most significant sources of support you can possess, enabling you to navigate life with resilience, optimism, and assurance. The more you welcome change rather than dread it, the less you'll feel a sense of loss, and the more you'll understand that each phase of life brings unique opportunities to be gained. If you're still present and finding these insights beneficial, type 6 in the comments to signal your engagement. Your encouragement facilitates the creation of content that resonates with you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest subscribing and activating your notifications to ensure you don't miss any upcoming videos. Your backing allows us to continue generating valuable content aimed at informing and inspiring you. Final thoughts. Reaching the age of 60 and beyond presents a life phase filled with both wisdom and hurdles. While family will always hold a cherished position in your heart, the truth is that the most dependable support will come from the framework you establish for yourself. Financial stability ensures you're never dependent on others for survival. Your physical health dictates your ability to uphold freedom and independence. Your social circle keeps you engaged, connected, and emotionally satisfied. Possessing a sense of purpose adds meaning and direction to your life, regardless of your age. Emotional resilience fortifies you against the inevitable challenges of life, while your adaptability enables you to flourish even when circumstances don't unfold as intended. With these 6 foundations in place, you will never feel entirely isolated, nor will you have to depend on others. Support can sometimes leave you feeling powerless during challenging moments or cause you to rely on others for rescue. However, true resilience is not about depending on others. It stems from the understanding that you are equipped to remain steadfast, regardless of what life throws at you. Thank you for being with us today. We welcome your input. Please leave a comment below sharing a takeaway from today's discussion and how you intend to apply it in your life. Your insights matter to us, and we encourage you to express them. Reading your comments inspires and motivates us greatly. If you liked this video and found it beneficial, please hit like, subscribe, and share. Your support is vital for us to keep producing valuable content that informs and inspires you. We appreciate your viewership and look forward to connecting again in our next video. Let me know if you'd like this as a document or with formatting.